Hey guys, it's probably gonna shake a little bit because I'll be using my camera soon. So I actually got my tripod, but I'm still waiting for the charging cord, and I gave the selfie stick that I used for filming with my phone to my daughters, so I don't know where it is. But they are swimming right now, the kids, and one is napping. So I wanted to take advantage and show you the first 5 cards from the June kit for Hero Arts, because I still have Simon Says Stamps July kit to go, and I just ordered Hero Arts July kit for this summer. Okay, so we're gonna go with the first card I did. And I just used sunset colors. I really love a sunset or sunrise, depending on your view, but I see this as a sunset. I think I used Lobster Red from Lawn Fawn and Dandelion and Sunflower. Dandelion was a Memento Dewdrop color and Sunflower was a Lawn Fawn color. And the orange is Simon Says Stamps Orange Crush, maybe? Orange Slush, that's what it is. And layered those the way, I think this one I did backwards layering. I started with the top layer, the darkest, and went backwards. Some people see a difference. I think it blends a little bit better, but not enough for me to say I would prefer doing it backwards rather than layering the other way. And then I used some Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink to stamp out the sailboat, the birds, and the palm trees on a rock. It came out really light though, so I ended up going over them with my black Jelly Roll pen. I also masked off a sun, and then I did that in Fossilized Amber and Squeezed Lemonade, and the sunset is actually a combination of Abandoned Coral, Picked Raspberry, and the yellows. Then I used the embossing powder that came in the kit, but it looked really flat to me, like you couldn't see, it didn't look dimensional, and I know it's a flat card, but it just looked funny. It looked like it was sand, then water, then sky. And the dimensions for where the sand meets the water did not look like there was any type of flow. It just looked like it was going up the card. So I used a little bit of my Nuvo drops. Actually, on this one, I think I used, what is this? White Blizzard Nuvo glitter drops. And actually, I like it. It does give some sort of dimension, so you can see a flow going towards the card. I also used my Wink of Stella pen to glitter out a pattern on the water in the path of where the sun would shine as it was setting. And I also came up a little bit from the sun, if you can see the strokes, with the glitter pen, so that it also had some semblance of glittering. And then I used some foam tape to pop up my sentiment, which is greetings from my happy place. And this truly is my happy place, guys. I just got done looking at condos to rent our week for Florida, because we don't want to go to Orlando where our home condo is. So I'm looking to exchange my week for a week somewhere else. Probably Daytona Beach or Cocoa Beach, we'll see. Anyway, I'm getting excited. I miss Myrtle Beach though. I always get homesick when I come back from there. I've been going there so long and I have family there. I really just want to go back. Okay, so these 2 cards, the next 2 cards I did together. As you can see, they're kind of reversed. I didn't want to waste the paper, the wood grain paper. So I used the center on this card, and then I used the center of this one on this card. So as you can see, this panel right here, I used the green shimmer spritz that came in the kit. I cut this out with an oval die, no fancy oval die. I think I got them at AC Moore. I actually was looking to get another set because this is the largest die I have, and I wanted to go one larger, but I didn't have it. So we'll concentrate on this one first. It's on a base of shimmer cardstock, which I think came in a previous Hero Arts kit, maybe the Valentine kit. Anyway, the center one that's spritzed with the green spray, I put footprints on and like potter's clay, by Memento. And then I used Rich Cocoa, Potter's Clay, and I think Gathered Twigs to do the starfish and the seashells. And these two I think are in the gray, the soft granite that came in the kit. And then I used Thinking of You. I put some Gold Coast glitter drops by Nuvo on there and called it good. I think it's simple and I like the way it turned out. For this card, after switching out the panels, this one's sunken in, as you can see, with the frame popped up. This one, the frame is down and the center is popped up. And it says Beach Please, which actually came in the Simon Says stamp kit last year with the bikinis. I used some of the seashell stickers, and I actually had to glue them down. They wouldn't stick to the shimmer spray. They kept falling off. And then I used some clear embossing powder over each color chair I stamped, and I don't remember the colors I stamped. I just know it was, I think this one was the Deep Ocean that came in the kit. This one and this one were the hybrid inks from Simon Says Stamp, so on and so forth. And I put little movement parentheses around the beach balls, and one looks like it's bouncing right off the page, so that's popped up on foam tape. And that's basically it to this card. I like the way this one turned out too, nice and simple, no frills. Because let me tell you, the last 5 I'm working on now, they're a little bit more complicated than these 2 that you just saw. Card number 4, I wanted to do a nighttime scene. I'm still not sure if this one is the way I wanted it to be. I'm thinking of doing another sunset card in the last 5 with pinks and purples, but I haven't decided for sure yet. So I did these in purples and blues. I think the purple was an old Hero Arts color. Then I used the Danube blue from Memento, and then I used Sapphire blue from another Hero Arts kit. I also used a white gel pen to kind of make the light from the moon. I masked this off. I wanted it to be nice and big. I don't know if you can see, but we had some boo-boos where the post-it, the masking paper flopped up and some of the ink got on there. So I used a white gel pen, and you can tell where the white gel pen is if you look up close. So I put some dots on the moon. I think I might do a couple more areas that look like this, just so it looks like you're looking at pock marks in the moon. I did the silhouette of the mermaid and the rock in black, VersaFine. I tried to make it like a galaxy night sky. You can't see it on the camera here with the daylight, but there's underneath that black soot, there's some fossilized amber, some Warren lipstick, and some seedless preserves. And then I went over it with black soot and blueprint sketch. You can't really see the blueprint sketch at all. And then instead of using water to make marks, which I probably should have done, guys, because you know what, you probably would have been able to see the colors underneath better, but I used the green shimmer spray. And then once again with the beach, with this beach, I used antique linen and gathered twigs. Then I went around the edge with, I think, walnut stain. I did the footprint in a dark brown. I think that's Rich Cocoa. I put Enjoy the Beach Life. I used this time to do the surf, the foam that comes up on the beach. I used the glitter accents, Fresh Snowfall. And I like the way that one looks too. It looks like the moonlight is making it glow. And that was it for that one. Now there's a lot of flat cards in this kit, guys. I'm trying not to do a lot of beach scenes though. I mean, it gets kind of monotonous after a while. For card number 5, kind of a little bent, I took my infinity dies from Hero Arts and I cut out a piece of fun foam, one piece of thicker cardstock, and then a piece of wood grain, like beached white paper to make the porthole. I used the Neptune jewel drops from Nuvo. And my scene back there, I did another purple scape of the water, but I used lighter purples and blues with a sailboat with the sun just going down, but not dark enough to change the color of the sky. And I really like the way that looks. I did some clouds because I noticed I hadn't used the cloud dyes yet, and some birds, but these are single birds. They were also in that Simon Says stamp kit last year with the bikinis. And then down along the bottom there's some sand, some seashells, some palm trees. This is not the palm tree that came in the kit. It's actually a die or a stamp I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby. When I saw it, I didn't know what I was going to do with it. It was a couple months ago. It was like $2, and I just knew I had to have it. And it looks really cute there, I think. Now my daughter, I don't know if you guys noticed, but my daughter loves this card. She took one look at it though, and she says, but Mom, if that's a porthole, how can you see the sand? It doesn't make sense. Which was my thought too, guys. I mean, come on. But I told her, well, there could be a sandbar. It could be docked. I said it could be that it's not a porthole to a ship. It could be a porthole to a bar or a building, and somebody's looking out at the ocean. So just so you guys know, I do know that there's sand there, and technically if I'm looking out at the ship, there shouldn't be. But there's plenty of explanations on why that could be. Anyway, I used some of the clear 4mm drops that I just ordered from Studio Katia. I cut a sentiment banner out of, I just used half of it from a Long Fawn sentiment banner die out of the same wood grain as the other card. I used See You Soon. And then I used these little things. I tied 3 knots in it. These were actually on a tag for my item of clothing I bought. I think it was at Target. And when I cut them off, I was like, you know, that would look cute on a card having to do with nautical theme. So I saved them, and they've been sitting on my desk. So that's what I did with one of them. And these are actually starfish that I cut out with the die from the kit. And I colored them with my black Art Company glitter pen. I really love this one. Let it dry, but then I went over it with glossy accents, and because I'd stacked them on top of one another, once the glossy accents dried, you could no longer see the separation in the starfish. So you really have to look closely to see that they're starfish. Anyway, I thought that was a little different. I like the way that card turned out. So that's it for the first 5 cards. I know that I promised we would be filming from a regular camera soon, guys, but the only charging cord I could find for the camera, so I can plug it in and use it at the same time, is coming from Hong Kong. So it's been 2 weeks or a week and a half, and it still says that it's in Hong Kong when I check the track the shipping. Sorry. So be patient, it'll be here eventually. I will show you real quick. Ignore my messy craft room. I do have the tripod. So I have the camera all set up. I have the tripod. And I just have to figure out where I'm going to put it. So I'll see you guys soon with the last 5 cards. And hit subscribe, hit the notification button for those giveaways that are coming up. I did not forget. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.